feels good now. Hey, everybody. It feels, I don't know. It feels good out. I think. But might not want to get used to it because I don't know how. Look, this is that type of grass you were talking about, I think. Isn't it? Because look how high it is. No? I thought that over here that day. Hey, sweet and salty, half full, crazy mom. Feel the, huh? His business must be good for him lately because he's been getting a lot of new toys. Hey. So I was gonna wait to go live until I got back home, but whoa. So I was gonna go live when I got back, but I figure I'd take you guys with me on our evening stroll here, and then we'll go over the new killer looks like videos. I haven't watched like any of them, any of the ones since the Fred one. But I'll start with the one, either like the Andy versus Fred one or we'll watch probably a couple of them. Hey, Diana. I don't know what's going on, but I hear, what was that? Oh, he saw the cat. Uh-oh. He sees the cat. He thinks I'm going to... Uh-oh. Oh. I'm not going to take you over to that cat. It's a big black cat. Okay, Band-Aid. I see it. That's cool. So I hear the killer looks. Yeah, I think these are gonna be interesting. So we'll watch. Well, I'll try to translate it for you. Also, I'll put on the closed caption. Remind me to do that. Hey, Luminous, Froggy. Who was chasing you? Speaking of the what's going on about like people which creators are getting like sued or whatever? Which ones are? Is Granny's watching one of them? Dude, you know, the only thing that I feel like that's going to do is make them famous. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you get in a lawsuit against Dog the Bounty Hunter. Is that what's going on? I didn't watch it at all, but I'm just going by what I'm hearing through the grapevine. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, like, oh, everybody's talking shit on Seth. Yeah, there's a bunch of creators. Is Dog the Bounty Hunter like a plaintiff in this lawsuit? Yeah, I guess it's like I'm sure Bullhorn Betty. I just learned Granny's Watching is one of them. Who else? Dang, I can't. I don't know. It's hard for me to really think that Seth had anything to do with it. So I never. It just doesn't. It just doesn't pass the smell test for me, really. Like, or my intuition just doesn't feel like it's. The way he acts just seems normal. Hold on. Okay. Let's get a drink real quick. Agree with that. BHB. Oh, Warren Betty, Dog, Seth, and Tony are plaintiffs. Oh. Oh, Granny's Watching. Oh. Wow. Okay. So Warren Betty is actually a Seth supporter. Okay. Hold on. 1 second. Let's see. I get that. There it is. Sunday. 110, 20, 30, 40, 50. Uh-oh. Just the string. Exactly. Thank you. Is it right? He tried to say it was 10 cents off, so I gave him another 10 cents. I don't know. I don't know if that's what he was saying. I couldn't understand him, so. Well, I think that people, you know, it's tough position I'm in. So I'm trying to. I don't know. I haven't watched any of it or seen like what. I haven't watched any of Granny's watching to know that of it. Hold on, guys. I haven't seen any of the videos of like her videos on Seth or anything to make a judgment, so I guess I really shouldn't say anything. But I feel like she's been unfair to me before, but that's just. I don't know. I feel people like. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff that I had to learn too, like as being a YouTuber, I guess. Like there's certain boundaries, and like you live and you learn. I've like definitely messed up before my over the years, but I don't know. Well, I used to like really like her actually, because for one, I don't know why, but there's something about her. She reminds me a lot of my well, it's looks wise, not in at all in personality, but looks wise, just something. She kind of, even though she's got dark hair, she kind of looks like one of my sisters. So, she's always reminded me of one of my sisters. But I don't know. I did used to like her. She's been around for a little while. That's just gonna make her famous. Like, to be honest, like I don't even think she had that many subscribers really. But I'm sure now, like, she will. So it is what it is. I guess like the money she'll make from the new subscribers, she could pay back the lawsuit. I guess. I don't know. How much are they trying to sue? Did they put any type of amount? Hey, Whistle 111 in chat. Sorry, guys, not watching chat the best right now because I'm. Hey, OG Nanny, I'm not ignoring. I have been keeping up with it in detail. Oh, you've read the entire thing? So it's only 2 people. It's wow. Okay, that's crazy. What is Bullhorn doing? Like, why is she getting involved in all these freaking? I mean, that's fine. Nothing against her or anything, but like, I I just kind of don't. It just doesn't like rub me the right way. Getting involved in all these like weird lawsuits, and I know she's been the defendant in most, but she's also, I mean, just like abusing the system. It feels like, or just making a mockery of it in a way, and also like these weird a lot of like setups to try to get attention. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of things done for the wrong reasons, but I don't know why I don't understand why she's getting herself involved with that. That's crazy. But it will get her a lot of subscribers. And that's great. That's so funny, Luminous. I mean, not funny, but it's just crazy. So, yeah, I guess like it's a good PR move. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm back. Gonna get in here and then we'll go over these videos. That's my washer. You guys probably hear. Try not to spill my drink. Aww. The best husband in the world. All right. Hey, Juniper. Okay, let's get back there and I'll switch over to my computer so that. Can you get you something to drink? I was talking to Bandit. He got himself a little drinky drink. We'll just have to try to shut this, and I don't know. Unless you're going to stay out here, I don't. Actually, it feels kind of warm in here. Let me see what the air. Let me go see what the air is sitting at right now. Well, I don't know why I'm feeling extra warm, but there. All right. Okie dokie. Okay. Okay, so
washing the covers and stuff right now because the dogs have been up on our bed a lot. So it's like, oh, we need to wash them. Let's not go on camera though right now. I don't feel like it. Killer Looks, his link is in the description. Let me pull up the chat on my phone. There we go. Justin, oh, really? He's talking about it over there? I'll have to check that out for sure. I haven't talked to Justin for a while. It's weird. But it's probably a good thing for him. He's probably been really busy with his channel and stuff. Where's my... Okay. Which one are we going to watch first here? Let's go to videos. And we watched this one. We'll do this one. I don't know what this really is. But we'll do this one, maybe Andy versus Fred, and this one. I don't know what these are really. Oh gosh. So now we're going to do the... Alright. So we're going to watch the real Andy B. The fuck come at me, dude. How rude. KK, though, because I heard that Andy made his rounds to different channels, and for some reason going around saying, don't talk or leave me alone. Leave my kids alone. Stop talking about my family. Basically to everybody. And it's interesting because, like I had mentioned on here, how I had seen him over in Lolly's doing that. And she was just trying to mind her own business and having just a little chat. Like, wasn't even a big deal. And it didn't even have Summer Wells in the title or anything. And here he comes, like, telling her to stop talking about him. Well, I'll try to... Clip Wings, I'll try to make it so. Let me see if.
Motherfucker. I ain't really in that careful mood.
So. No, we're gonna. I don't know what he was that. He said I'm really in that something of a mood. I like listening to him because he is good at organization. That's what I lack. I wish I was more. If I could be organized like him, oh my gosh, I'd be a genius. Seriously. But I'm not, so can't have everything, I guess. I'm just kidding. But seriously, I'm not an organized person, and he's good at finding stuff and putting it all together, like of different people, different things like people have said. I wish more than anything if I could go back to and start over. Like, I wish I would have definitely labeled the videos better, about like at the back when it was like crazy. on this channel, like beginning Summer Wells case and stuff, when there was tons of people in chat and all that. And when we had all these different interviews and people showing up on panels claiming to know Dawn, blah, blah, blah. I just wish I had labeled those better. So we could, there's so much over the years, like, and it's so hard to find. It's like finding a needle in the haystack, like trying to find this shit on my channel. I just wish at the end of every live, I would have changed the title to what had actually occurred, because, a lot of times it would start with one subject and somebody would just random show up. And next thing you know, we're having a freaking interview, so hey, Live Thankful. So anyways, we've got killer looks in the description. I did turn that on. If you could see right here at the bottom, I don't know if there's I don't know. Maybe if I put it right there, it might be better for you guys.
Old Saints getting whooped on. I'm over here teaching class. Got some food.
I think you said teaching class. Got some food. I don't know. Hey, Ash Cash. Here, maybe I'll plug in this. I'm going to plug in this. Fred's wanting to listen to this so he can hear better. I'm going to turn on the speaker. Plus, I need to anyways. It's too quick. Sorry. Let me see if this works.
Come up in the comment section.
Okay.
Cabot Poodle. I don't understand why, but Killer shot me a piece or two to go over tonight. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to ignore all that nonsense. And I might just speak up on it one time. Man, it should be weird. Like, think about Twin Peaks. How it was a case, a beautiful young lady. So many people knew her. So many people could be tied. And then there's just evil going around everything. Don't even know where to look. Andy, man, I'm Gucci with you no matter what. Cause that's how I am, man. Get your feelings out. You gotta get your feelings out. But my video ain't had shit to do with you. So wasn't that video that your name wasn't even a major concern of calling you out for any damn reason? We just processing data on Vice Laws and Overbay. So you let them people over there, hey look, if I was the suspect, I'd do what I have to do. I would get proof. Twin Peaks, you're that neighbor with the beautiful wife that come in real late on YouTube into the case and bump your damn head. Wife over there saying that man selling drugs and sedating people. And the crazy man with the band show you all the women. You gotta know shit that you can do. Man, you can't ask your people at work, give you a copy of your video, and you show it instead of coming.
He's making some good points. So he's asking Andy right here. I'm going to try to translate what I am understanding. He just thought that was telling Andy he needs to get his feelings out of it and talking about how he came up late in the case, and that's true. I mean, that's what I'm understanding. He did come up late in the case, and it was weird. But anyways, he's starting to talk about things that, like, I think Jody Sue had said about him, talking about sedating little girls, and then talking about the showing girls in the van. He's like, then he said something about, don't you have anything better to do? I mean, how about you use that time going to get footage of you at work on June 15th, which I think is a really great thing, because, like, that would prove that would suck having to, but I would sit here and watch his work footage from 2 to 5. If he's literally on camera, 2 to 5, always, the whole time, then that would, like, clear him completely. That's, you know what I mean? If he is really that worried and he's going around to chat, I mean, Killer Looks has a good point there. Use your time proving your innocence. I mean, you did do the call to Pruitt, yes, but to me, it was weird how you worded that. You didn't ask if you were on the road that day, or if they had footage of you. It was just weird, roundabout thing. I don't know. But besides that, I was surprised he did that call to Pruitt. He sounded nervous as hell. But yeah, the captions are on at the top. You don't see them? Right here. I can't make them any bigger, I don't think.
Up here, boom, like bump your goddamn head, and everybody gotta handle you with kid hands. Going up on and having questions softball to you. Man, that shit coming from a suspect. That's not true. None of y'all people in this case talking is gonna show you innocent. Nothing out your mouth. I be gonna get something notarized or something. But I'm Poodle, welcome to Relic School. And I was looking at some dad over there, but Killer said, teach this. So I do have.
So he was just talking about how if he was in Andy's position, he would be doing something else. Like, he goes, I would be getting like something notarized or some shit. Like, basically, I feel like he's saying I would be, just using my time more wisely, trying to prove that if he's so worried about it, you know what I mean? If he's so worried about it, like, there's certain things he could do to help prove some things wrong. But, like, see, the thing is, like, the difference between him and Fred is Fred's not worried like him. He's not going chat to chat. He's not worried up at night about, for whatever reason, like, because he knows his conscience is clear. I don't know what's going on with Andy exactly, or exactly what freaking happened, but it just seems like he is scared.
The next part of the Kingsport video coming for us to take a look at. Right now, we're going to do this in honor of Andy B coming to work with us at Relic School.
At Relic School.
Man told me I can't go stand up for myself over there on block. Man, make Andy B2, or the real Andy B2, whatever you call it. Let's Clock in, clock in. I'm fucking aggravated, man.
That we can sort of verify the direction it's headed. We're just accepting concrete leads, and your name has not come up.
The alien killer. It's so good.
Am I allowed to bring that up? Oh, we just got a message from. Oh, thank you, AG Talks.
That was good.
I was just reading. Fred was just showing me a message that somebody sent him about another neighbor on the road saying they saw Andy on the road. On the 15th, earlier than he was, not at the time Fred is saying, but a different time, which is weird. I don't know. But I'm going to let that person put it out. I don't know if they've already talked about it. They're a creator, so. But I saw the neighbor that this person that supposedly said that. Like, I talked to them, but I didn't talk to them about Summer Wells. Like, I just didn't want to bombard them. Like, because I didn't, at the time, it was when me and Fred were walking Ben Hill Road. I ran into that neighbor. Anyways, sorry, it's random. You talk to him now, Carolyn? Oh, man, he wanted to prove. He was so dedicated to proving his innocence to you, Carolyn. It's crazy. But, like, I guess that makes sense. He's going in every chat. It doesn't matter how many's in the chat. He's going to be there to defend himself. It's crazy. I don't know if he's not working now, which is fine. But I was just, like, it just seems like he has a lot of time on his hands these days. I'd be paying for a lie detector test. If I was Andy, I'd be posting videos of my boss saying I was at work. I go out of my way to cover my ass. I mean, if you're that worried, yeah, if you are really that worried about, if it bothers you bad of what people think about you, I mean, yeah, it would suck. And it did suck. Fred and me have talked about it, like how it was sad for him at first, and, it is depressing to be put in that category. But you would think by now he would be used to it. I don't know. I think Fred's just got, like, he knows the truth. He knows that his conscience is cleared. I mean, this is what he tells me anyways. And that's what I feel too from him. He truly knows he has nothing to worry about. Think about it. If you know, think of your past situations you've been in when you've been innocent or not, when you've been accused of something that you're not guilty of and how you act, or just observing other people. I mean, Andy's behavior is, I don't know. To me, when I know I'm not guilty of something, like I get accused of stuff all the time here on YouTube. Why don't I freak out and like am constantly going back at these people? Like sometimes I sometimes I lose it and I'm doing these videos.
Need to go back and forth.
Yeah,
you know the truth.
Yeah, like I put out the truth once, and I'm gonna if I say it, it's the truth to the best of my knowledge at that time. Like I don't need to keep telling the truth over and over and over again. You know what I mean? And that's how when people are lying, they get caught up because they are so determined to get people to think a certain way that they're always going around telling lies. And it's hard for them when it's not the truth. Like it's hard to keep track. Like eventually you mess up in your stories. Mm-hmm. Some are better at it than others, but eventually you could see over time, like, that's why I know with Fred, you know, people be like, why do you take Fred's word as gospel or whatever? It's like, I can watch somebody over a long period of time and pretty much, I mean, you could tell like somebody's history is a big determinant of their future, like as far as, especially also that's true also in somebody's like demeanor and like how they react to things. I mean, yeah, it's kind of different now because obviously he's sober, and that, I mean, that makes a big deal. But I even witnessed him for a couple years, like while he was using, and I don't know, there's just a pattern that you notice in people. You guys know what I'm talking about. I see a pattern in Fred, and like I've never had anything like come up where I'm like anytime I've had, the few times I've had something come up, I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't make sense to me, you know? And then I talk to him about it, and then I'm like, oh, okay. Like sometimes like little things, like for instance, when I thought at first like Andy went all the way down. Okay, for instance, okay, how about the thing about the red truck? Why, if Andy was on camera, why wasn't the red truck on camera? Well, for one, we don't know. There's no camera until there was no camera until Thompson driveway. For one, for two, we don't even know that the red truck was on Ben Hill. We just know it was in the area. Because this is one of those things that was used as a, I'm just bringing that up because it kind of goes along with what I'm saying. Context is super important. Okay, sorry. There goes my rant. Hey, Sheba. Gosh, I don't know if I can tell my theory actually. I feel like he was involved in something shady, and he was working for somebody above him, and and also I think him and Don were involved in working for somebody above them in some kind of ring. I think that Andy got his son involved in the bullshit, and that something went wrong that it involves with it, in my opinion. Now people are gonna throw fit. I don't care though. Involves, I believe, their child somehow. Like either Andy got him involved, had him drive somewhere, or got him involved in some way. Something happened. Oh, look, it's
Why you gonna do it, man? Why they chase your son? That's what it's always been about. Your son did it. That's why that text remains talking about your son. Yeah, two fairies coming for his ass.
Oh, are you threatening my son to harm him?
Of course, if I wasn't afraid, no boogeyman, like out, man, I have to do something.
Because I'm pretty.
It's crazy. Whose video is that on the left? Is that Carrie's? This is a good video. It's a good video. Whoever, and I like. See, this is why I like Killer Wilkes, because he puts the shit together. Organizes this stuff. You guys are good at organizing. Like, I just don't know how you do it. But I mean, that's still pretty much my theory. I mean, that was a relatively new one. I mean, but my theory is always like changing, but it's definitely has those kind of same elements, and key players still consistently. And Fred did talk about what this information was that he submitted to law enforcement. We've already talked about it. Now, at the time, he didn't, but he's talked about it since, and it was with the person that was at the house that he was staying at, who claimed to actually have set sights on Summer Wells himself and no Playboy. Like, came to Fred with this information, like, basically because he said he heard that he knew, like, heard him talking about Summer Wells and heard, the work that he was, about him talking about Summer Wells, heard Fred talking about Summer Wells, and then, me doing YouTube on Summer Wells and all that. And he came to Fred with this information, and he claimed he was affiliated with the Vice Lords. This was over like a, I don't know, month period that this went on, like, before he was kicked out of the house.
Well, he left he just never returned back to the house one day.
Oh, he just didn't return one day, so he took off. Okay. He took off one day and didn't return. And next day, and like, so when next time that Fred had to
I was trying to get him to get actual
concrete proof.
Yes. That's what I was trying to get him to get, other than just voice clips and first one thing.
Yeah. So he was trying to get, because, there's so many people for some odd reason that want to go and just put out a bunch of lies purposely. And I don't know, like, you don't know people's intentions and if they're being honest or not. So, but, when you're told something like that supposedly somebody claims, I mean, you have to turn that in. Like, so.
The details he was going into and stuff was, a lot of it was matching up with other things we knew.
Yeah. And it was
supposedly, though, Summer wasn't actually supposed to went and stayed. She was just supposed to be held for collateral for a certain length of time, from what I gathered. And then, from what I'm understanding, where the case went big, it just changed the whole ballgame and all of that.
Yeah, but this is what this guy is telling Fred and stuff, from the way he's talking. Guy claimed he knew Playboy and all this stuff and knew about Dawn coming to visit Summer. So, yeah, when Fred went there, had to go into Hawkins County for his payment, his court date, that I think that was the same day that you talked.
Well, I went up there to get some paperwork and stuff, and I just went ahead and talked to him while I was there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then that's when he gave over his phone. Yeah. They wanted to keep his phone overnight or something, but he had to have it for the house, so.
Because the ones that downloads the data off of it weren't there at the time, but they finally was able to get a hold of him and get it done.
Did they delete all the messages off your phone?
Some of it. Some of it they didn't.
That's weird. So they did delete some of it?
Some of it, no.
I wonder if that's standard. That they do that, because Don Wells was talking about how his phone had stuff deleted off of it, but like he's like, I mean
certain details of me asking where to send, to get the exact location and stuff. I needed the exact location and stuff like that. Was me asking certain things was gone.
Who was JC talking to in that video? That's Green Eyes in that video. That when he was Green Eyes was very, very obsessed with me and Jody Sue in the beginning. Big time. Oh my gosh. I think the reason why he was going after me is because he thought I was cool, that I was buddies with Jody Sue. But I wasn't. Like, people just expected me to be like every other creator and be, like, I only have people on my panel who I agree with. No, that's not how I work. You know, some of the Vice Lords live next door to Hunter. Oh, really? No, I didn't know that. And yeah, this John Smith thing too. Like, I'm hearing. Telling everyone grow some balls and come to her. Has anyone else seen her video of saying this to Fred? JC was so mad, telling everyone to grow some balls and come to her. Has anyone else seen her video of saying this to Fred? Oh, really? Yeah, that call, though, is Green Eyes. But I heard through the grapevine, and you guys want to know, and I'm going to get back to Killer Looks. Sorry, I'm for interrupting because it is super interesting, but so is this. When we heard that allegedly that John Smith had passed away, I'm not even playing, guys. I'm not lying, and I have it in messages to prove it. Us talking about it happening. Anyways, as soon as we heard about that we got our first message that John Smith had allegedly passed away. Fred goes, "Oh, watch." He goes, "Just watch. They're going to try to blame that on me and YouTube. Just watch." Or did you say YouTube? Did you say no?
I said YouTube.
He said, "Just watch. They're going to blame it on YouTube." Dude, yesterday when he was taking a shower, he was on the phone. When I got that, or I got a message from somebody, I don't know if they want to be mentioned, so I won't say. And they told me that Jody Sue was live, crying hysterically, blaming Fred and YouTube for John Smith's death, saying he had a massive heart attack and, basically it put him over the edge. Well, for one, he didn't have internet. He had lived a very, very secluded life, big time. He didn't pay attention to any of that shit. Nobody's going out there and bothering John Smith. Okay, so nice try. And that's crazy because it wasn't even Fred that brought up John Smith or me. Actually, it was Andy that first started bringing in anything about John Smith that I really know about. I haven't really even targeted John Smith until Andy started talking about his uncle. It's not my fault that Andy tried to say it was his uncle that was on the road instead of him as one of his alibis or for one of his excuses for him being on the road. It's not my fault that that's what he said.
But John Smith's got a background just like everybody else has got a background.
Has anyone else seen, what'd you say?
I said John Smith had a background just like everybody
else. Oh, yeah, John Smith, too, has a background with children, accusations. Just saying, guys, it's just the truth. He was the janitor, right?
Yeah, janitor
at a school. It was like, and he got in trouble for inappropriate behavior with one of the students. We'll just say that. With or to the students. I don't know how it worked, but he ended up getting out of charges, right? And they just fired him.
I don't really know what the details of it was. I know he ended up getting fired.
Yeah. And he lives like a very secluded, like private life. He is like a hermit. like him and his wife. Seriously, they do not.
Of course, they got a child that is handicapped, you know.
Mm-hmm. You should listen to what she accused Fred of. Oh, I'm sure it's crazy. I mean, she didn't used to do all that. None of that happened until like.
See, that's just like John and Lisa. They're first cousins anyway.
Yeah, John Smith, and he's married to his first cousin, which is so. John Smith is Andy's uncle. John Smith is Andy's mother's only sibling. So John Smith and Polly are brother and sister. And John Smith, what did you just say about the... John Smith is married his first cousin. His first cousin. Oh, man. And then they had a child, and the child had a handicapped. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like cousin that
Selfish.
Andy always was real close to, Chad Light, that passed away. Anthony is his dad, and Beverly, David's first cousins too.
So Andy's best friend's parents were first cousins?
Yeah. I mean, they're kin to Andy. I mean, both.
Oh my God, dude. It really freaking runs in the family out in these parts.
See, John Smith and Lisa had a little boy that was handicapped. Mm-hmm. They're first cousins. Anthony and Beverly had a daughter the same day that's handicapped. And
as the same day as John Smith did?
Yeah.
They had the same birthday, and they had another handicapped child?
And the same thing wrong with both children.
Because they were first cousins. Oh my God. Well, yeah, because they're first cousins. I mean, of course, that's why. But you're saying, so are you related to this Lisa? You're saying, or wait, James, who was the other one? You said Light?
Yeah, Anthony and Beverly Light, yeah.
They're first cousins.
See, Beverly was Bernard before she married Anthony Light.
Oh, okay. Is it legal to marry your first cousin? I thought I would think it would be illegal too, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if they're keeping track of it or what.
30 some states that it's legal in. And Tennessee's one of them.
That's crazy. I don't know, but it's bad, and it's bad in Beach Creek, guys. When I was doing the family trees of everybody out there and stuff.
It's really bad everywhere if you really dig into it. Everybody's backgrounds.
But especially in that area, it's still going on. It's still going on because it's so like behind in times. People stay. They don't get out. Like, these people get stuck in that area their whole lives. There's no opportunities. There's no internet. You know what I mean? So people get stuck there generation after generation, and they don't get out in the world. Like, some of them never been out of, Beach Creek in their whole life. Anyways. All right, Carrie. So, yeah, that's just tells you, I don't have any of that shit. I don't know. That's craziness. That's some crazy fucking shit, dude.
While we were in the drive-thru, her husband calls her talking about this dude named Andy or Andrew on the property that's been there for like a week or so. She told me they keep stalking other kids. Oh, who's that? Some dude named like Andy or Andrew. I have no idea who it was.
that's why their marriage fell, or their relationship fell apart.
This is when the protective order in Hawkins County was taken out by Jody Sue. This was, let's see here, August 2nd, 2021. This is the day after the August 1st was the alleged date that all those volunteers saw. Right, and these people, we've done proven that it's not the time Jody Sue's talking about with all these blacked out drunk people in the ambulance, and the latter story she came out with out the gate trying to discredit away from this information did not want to know. And this leads you to believe August 2nd she takes up protective order and it's disposed, which, listen now, we looked at the meaning of disposed, taken care of, finalized, the complaints over with. As of August 19th, that's 4 days after the second incident on August 15th, that her son was alleged on the Wells property. There were 6 witnesses, mind you, 6 witnesses that seen him. 2 separate days. 2 separate days.
Wait, what?
There were 6 witnesses, mind you. There were 6 witnesses, mind you. 6 witnesses that seen him. Of August 19th, that's 4 days after the second incident on August 15th, that her son was alleged on the Wells property. There were 6 witnesses, mind you. 6 witnesses that seen him. 2 separate days. 2 separate days.
What's the witnesses saying?
So basically what what Cam I think is saying is that, so what he's basically saying is that that incident of where Andy Jr. Little Damien or whatever the hell his name is, Drew fucking Booger, Hamburglar, whatever. So basically what Cam's saying, I think, is that it was only a 5-day difference between when Damien was seen on the Wells property. So I think it was August 14th or something where he's saying, or something like that. And that on the 19th is when this protective order happened between Andy and Damien. Is the daughter covered in this protective order? I wonder if she was named in this. I know she was a minor, so I know we might not be able to get as much information, but
I mean, I just heard Debbie say that her and Drew took one up on Andy, so I don't know.
Wonder what was going on, why there was so many quarrels in the family at that time. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Valerie. Yeah, Booker.
But anyway, someone was in the woods. They heard the driveway alarm go off. 2 people went down the driveway. One chased the guy through the woods screaming, "I'm gonna kill you, USOB," okay? Candace jumped in her vehicle. About that time, the girl that was in the woods, Jody Sue, pulled up into the driveway, started screaming for Candace and blowing her horn. Jody Sue's son coming out the woods. Jody Sue, when she said something to them, Jody Sue said, "No, he was just checking my mailbox." She said he wasn't checking the mailbox. I chased him through the woods. He come out of the woods. Then see, they got a son named Andy. I seen him actually in the swimming pool and stuff over there at Don Candace's with Summer at one time. Like that. Before she went missing, the swimming pool that used to be there, that wasn't there when she supposedly was missing, but he was there like a couple weeks before. He was in the swimming pool with her then, just to him and her, young Summer.
And I'm going to say right now, I hate Carolyn. No, I'm not gonna. Carolyn, I'm sorry. I'm not unblocking him. Okay? I'm not. We're just watching. We're just reviewing Killer Looks right now. So he'll have to take it up with Killer Looks on this one. Because this is not about Andy. This is reviewing Killer Looks videos. So I don't plan on focusing on Andy this whole time, really. I'm going over a few of Killer's videos. It just so happens I think a couple of them have Andy in it. Even one of them, he has Andy and Fred in it. Don't be a guest panelist on Jody. Well, Fred's not here right at this second. He just went in the bathroom, but Andy's asking.
He don't need to talk to me. He needs to go talk to TBI. He needs to go talk to him.
Did you guys hear that?
True. I mean,
oh man, I'm dead. I'm dead.
he needs to go talk to TBI for whatever he needs to talk about. I'm done playing games with him.
Yeah, Fred said he's done playing games with them, and
I'm done playing games with a lot of them.
Yeah. Well, I know, Carolyn. I know. I hate that I know that you're just relaying the message. I hate that he's got you. He shouldn't put you in that position. He knows better. He can go do a live and he'll get way more people in there than I have in here. And he can go talk. Why doesn't he go live right now and take away all my viewers or something? He can go talk how mad he is out there. Like,
maybe him and Jody go live together.
yeah, that's what Jody. That would be a great one. Him and Jody Sue go live together. Yeah, maybe they'll hash out. Why don't they hash out their differences live? What the fuck? That's crazy. Look what he said. Are you serious, Carolyn? That's kind of creepy. Did you see this? Fred. Look. He said that he would drive to Indiana to talk to you all in person. That's what he just texted me.
It'd be a bad idea for him.
Yeah, dude, don't come here. What, you could not hear Fred? What did he say? Fred told him that he needs to go talk to TBI, not him. He's done playing games with them. Like, it's freaking annoying. He's just trying to interrupt it, and we're doing is reviewing Killer Looks.
That's just like Jody Sue wants to let on like camera dates and stuff wrong. How she know what camera dates my cameras has got on?
Yeah, I mean, camera dates are wrong. When the cameras weren't all one person's cameras, like they were different people's cameras. So all these cameras are a wrong date, Jody Sue.
Mine told to come down to what temperature it was. Whether it's sunny, cloudy, rainy. The temperature.
I kind of freaking take it as a threat, him saying he's going to come up here to Indiana. Like, honestly, that's kind of creepy, dude.
Well, he's done been on camera at Knoxville, stalking me in Knoxville. A lot of people that ain't been put out there yet.
Yeah. No wonder. And that's when all the stalking stuff, like all that stuff happened. Like the Jody Sue started saying you were stalking her and stuff. It was actually quite the opposite. I mean, it wasn't I don't know if Jody Sue was actually doing any stalking, but for a fact. Yeah, he said that. He said Jody and Jody. I said that she wanted you, Fred, and him together and grow some balls. Okay, Andy, come on now. We're watching Killer Looks. Go live. This is
Why
not.
wouldn't they talk to me while I was right there within 3 miles of Cody's house for what, 3 weeks or almost a month?
Yeah. What the
Why
hell?
wouldn't he stop in the
You
road
knew-
and talk to me then?
Yeah. You knew where Fred was staying. You admitted on here, and now you're talking about coming to Indiana like it's some kind of weird threat. When you knew where Fred was, like he was literally like how far away from? He was like a half mile away from you, wasn't he? Wasn't he where his parents?
His mom and dad about 3 miles where I was staying, and Jody was about the same distance or something.
Okay, so you were 3 miles away from Fred for like a month period or 2 month period.
Yeah, and he seen me in the road but wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
Like you seen a fucking gun.
You saw Fred. If you really were gonna do something like that, you would have talked to him then. Oh, you see, Jody Sue said that she wanted Fred and you and Andy to come to her and grow some balls because she wanted all of you to get together. That's how she put it on her channel. Oh, hey, I don't think that me and Fred would have any problem going over there on her channel. I don't know. He said he's not going nowhere. I know. I don't know. I mean, I don't see Andy would. I don't feel like Andy would do that. But I'm just this live's not about him. Like he's making it about him right now. He's trying to distract us from what we're doing.
I know what they're worried about. They don't know what data I have turned in and how much information I have turned in to TBI and law enforcement. And that's why Don was coming to the house and you couldn't get rid of him after someone went missing, won't know exactly what I had seen, what I turned in, what I told the law and the TBI every day, coming and asking every day if I told them anything different, if I this, and all that was to try to keep one step ahead of the game.
Yeah. And that's what Andy's doing right now. And you're making it just more awkward, Andy, because now we're just going to get it.
Someone asked me right off the rip, if I'd seen Andy on the road and stuff, and that was just to find out.
Don, yeah, that's right. Don did ask Fred straight up. He's asked Fred, Don Wells asked Fred if Don had seen, Don Wells asked Fred if Fred had seen Andy on the road.
Yeah.
And when was that?
That was the first day. I mean,
he asked you that like just right after Summer went missing?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes. But I didn't think nothing of it at the time.
Oh my God. Why was Don asking Fred the next day after Summer went missing asking Fred if he had seen Don on the road? That's fucking weird, don't you think, Andy? Why would Don ask Fred that? Huh. What kind of weird shit did you and Don have going on? See, you distracting us doesn't make it any better for you because now we're freaking talking. Now we are talking about you. Before we were reviewing Killer Looks video, and it happened to talk about you or your son. You get mentioned, and we were just going to move on. But now you got our attention.
I just wonder if the Smith that was in Knoxville, he got the information for me, is even kin to Andy.
Yeah, the person that was turned into law enforcement that was that Fred was talking to, they were a Smith, but you know that's like a really common name. So,
I mean, it just makes you wonder, though.
yeah. I mean, I feel like Andy's a very, very little part in this big, big thing.
And I feel like the reason his son went to the Army, they thought it was because he went to the Army, guys to get off of him.
Yeah. Well, I don't see Piper, I don't think. Ask him why the story changed from him meeting Candace at Mount Carmel Church to he saw her maybe at the end of the road. He said F y'all.
Well, if he's saying he wasn't on the road on the 14th, Andy, who was the blue truck that followed you out then?
You mean on the 15th?
I mean, 15.
Oh, yeah, the day Summer went missing?
If he trying to say it was on the 14th, which I know it wasn't, who was the blue truck that followed him out? Who was the blue truck you met? Tell me that. Confirm that.
Yeah, who was the person in the dark truck with dark tinted windows? You know him? And why are you mad? Why'd you come on yesterday, like, trying to blame, like, it seems like you're mad because it's like he's mad about, I don't know. We haven't even talked about your uncle, by the way, really. So I think it's really shitty that you guys are trying to play your little games and make people think, oh, we just like, why would he worry? Nobody has anything to worry about if they're not involved. Why isn't Fred worried to death? I understand. I guess I understand about your son. But, like, there's things that we can't control, unfortunately, Andy. And this is just one of those things you can't control. You're going to have to just live with it until the fucking truth comes out. It's not me that's causing all this, or Fred.
I don't give a fuck how much y'all I got.
We can't help it that Fred saw you on the road. That's just the truth. That's the only thing he's saying. If that's not going to change, it's not going to be retracted. It's not going to be like, you know what I mean?
And other neighbors coming forward too, even saying he's on the road on the 15th.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Like, dude, it's not, if maybe you got yourself involved in something that you now can't get out of. I don't know, but it's not my fucking fault.
From my understanding, they thought he wouldn't get this big.
Yeah, I know. I mean, because I just
they thought that things would have been a lot different, but they weren't expecting certain things to happen.
Yeah, because Summer's just a little girl, like a girl that, you know, out there in the middle in the Beach Creek that a poor little girl that they thought nobody would care about.
There's a lot to it that I just don't know what all I should say and shouldn't say. Because of the case.
All right. Let's just go on to this.
Because then, you know, then Summer, all this shit happens. It becomes big on YouTube and everything. Jody Sue, you know, is pissed because she, and this is all alleged. She's pissed off at Andy for getting their son involved in the BS. You know, but at the same time, she has to protect her son, you know what I mean? She doesn't want her son to get in any trouble. So she's in this, and that's also why their relationship got ruined, because Jody Sue was mad that he got freaking their son wrapped up in the BS. That's just my theory. Because my theory has to be, they all have to be it has to be something that all four of those people, Dawn, Candace, Andy, and Jody Sue, would all have, would all be involved.
And so what was your gut feeling when you read that it's done?
My gut feeling was that either they had something to do with it,
Who's they?
her and Andy,
Okay.
or it was all of them together, like every single one of them in a family.
I feel like they were doing work for something higher up, and I there is reasons to be scared. I feel like this whole gag order thing, they can't. So I think if you listen how they're saying something, how law enforcement has said this is bigger than they can say, that there's a gag order, it makes me feel like they're going to bust everybody all at once. So, Andy, if you're involved, I think that's why he's around. I really, really think that Andy's scared.
Yeah, you in the world, you don't know how to control things.
Sure.
Murder suspect name, your son.
Okay.
Money is the murder suspect's name.
Huh?
Almost 12 months. Probably we're looking at murder.
A what?
Don't be your son.
A
Your
what?
son anyway. Your son that hard ass probably did.
Where my son is
Hey, you heard your son in the background, but he done hard ass did.
Hey.
That was cornbread, mafia, cornbread, bread.
Okay.
Y'all black man. Hey,
But that's just my theory. So I've been thinking hardcore about because it has to involve, in my opinion, those four. And Jody Sue, in my opinion, is in this weird predicament.
I know you don't care because it's too late to care now. What's done is done, right? You on suicide mission. You would die, right?
What?
Yeah, no fucking suicide. So Andy, you sure you'll fight with me? I'm not with all kind of other shit out there. We work together here. I'm working with you no matter what come out your mouth. Just the way it is, man. If it's fuck me, then it's fuck you too. Just keep it moving. I was talking about vice laws and overbay. So now I got Fred and Andy. Shut up. What y'all talking about? And can you tell us at Brother School about?
We don't have a problem with
Real shit,
killer
overbay, vice laws, Playboy. Can we just talk about that so we can get it out of the way? Because everybody over there is one of them suspects like in Twin Peaks. And a lot of y'all come to YouTube. But it's never like no hardcore receipts. In no kind of way.
Now we don't ever have any. We don't.
I
Really,
just got both my phone numbers. Let's start with 337. If you want the rest, just ask. I'll email it to you. But man, we will be out. I hope y'all took notes on this video. And
Man, it's the data. I was looking somewhere else. Killer said, look over here because he's in the comments. So now I'm looking everywhere. That was before. I mean, I knew about almost all the ins and outs of the case. But, bro, I was somewhere on a whole nother flight. And what you did was very telling.
Mm-hmm.
And what the content was about and what you did was very telling. And the shit wasn't even about you. And all of us at Red Schools.
Wow. See what I mean, Andy? How you're your own worst enemy? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Killer Looks is talking about the same thing that I was just talking about. Andy came and hijacked this chat a little bit ago to distract.
Like still trying to, just like the blue truck, you kind of say Chad Arnold's truck. Chad Arnold's truck is a dark blue and silver Ford truck, extended cab.
Mm-hmm.
The truck that followed Andy out was a dark blue Chevy truck, a smaller truck, single cab, solid blue, dark tinted windows. Big difference, Andy.
Yeah, and no back seat.
No.
Small truck.
No. Here's a canyon.
I hate to. I mean, I do feel bad. I feel bad. I hate it. I mean, Fred gets accused too all the time, Andy. I mean, like, it sucks. Fred deals with it too. It's not just you. So, like, you know.
I don't care what people dig into me and say and stuff. I mean, I know the truth, and I ain't got to defend nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
And I've known Fred long enough, and I know him well enough to have a pretty good idea of the type of person that he is. And he is one of the most honest people I've ever met in my life. So, and then whether you want to believe it, you can. I don't care. A lot of the haters want to say, "Oh, Ziggy's such a liar, so of course we're not going to believe what she says." But you shouldn't judge him because of me or vice versa. But I do have his back, and that's just the truth. And before, it was just because I really believed him, and but obviously now it's more, obviously. But yeah, Fred gets blamed all the time. Do you see him going to these? I mean, like, why are you coming here and making things uncomfortable and weird? It's not my fault. Like, I just happen to be playing his new videos.
Huh. Only other thing I got for you is get some merch, player.
He does have some really cool merch. I will give him that. Like, he does, honestly. He is good at designing things. You guys should check that out. If you go into his, I believe his link is to it is right here. And he has some really cool stuff. Anyways, it's under every one of his videos. There you go. So now we move on to the next one. Andy versus Fred. Oh, geez. This is going to be good. Or maybe not. Or maybe, I'm sure it'll be fine. guess I could fast forward it here. Oh, here he is already.
I know him without nobody even knowing. I'm back at middle school. I'll be gone till the night. I'm at hunt. How y'all been liking Hulu? And him going over the channel. I call it Mother. All the gap.
It's freaking me out. What does he have playing in the background here? It's like a video of himself. We have like double killer looks here.
I mean, that's just like Jody posting that picture of a truck. So
Right.
A red truck.
Why does she keep, Jody Sue keeps posting that post over and over again. Maybe we should look at that. Like, hold on. Why does she keep posting that? Hold on. We keep, let's see. She posts the stupidest shit. Where was it? She was talking about, there was something that, right here. Yes, right here, this red truck. What them cams do, though. Identify you. Okay. Strange, a red truck. Look at this. She posted this like a billion times. Yeah, and look. Every few hours she goes, a red truck. But this red that's here is colored in red. Like, what the fuck? Does she think we're that stupid? Why would you have to distort any type of video, any type of surveillance? It doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. Stop. That means you're up to some fuck shit. That's all that's about. It means you're up to some fuck shit.
Which makes it look more suspicious.
Yeah. I mean, come on now. Andy did so much better, like when he was like in the background and he didn't come around YouTube. Like, no, like I used to be like, wow, that's like, that's the right thing to do. You know, I used to be like, that's really the right thing. And Fred, you have to hunt down to get him to really, I mean, now it's a little bit different. You might hear him sometimes in my videos and stuff. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I just want to show that post there. She's just stupid. Just dumb. I don't understand it. I don't understand why my computer's like frozen right at this second. Okay. Killer looks. We're going to Andy versus Fred. Here we go.
He thinks he's running rebel.
Uh-oh. Shit.
Rebel school. He's actually just so busy. You know what I'm saying? Killer, he don't get tired. Y'all already know. Just in Killer, working, and staying locked up in there.
Oh, here, let's put on the closed caption.
Never getting out. Number chaos and corners. Yeah, everybody here at the corner. this video, mother actually watching him. He ain't running nothing. And he ain't helping mother watching his ass. He a problem. I'm killing the killerless channel. And y'all know, even if I'm in that hunt, even if I'm looking at other cases, ain't no way in hell I'm giving nothing new to Pluto in the summer wells. In no case, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not leaving someone's case.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
This case, like, no other group here at Rebel School. I'm telling you, keep working together. Y'all support the channel. You know how we do. You don't ask for much. And once in a while, throw $1 at a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I just think man, being the bush. I'm gonna go ahead and start my data points I want to bring to the table through everybody from the jacket. I don't know how we do. Everybody in motherfucking stuff.
so see, Andy, this isn't just about you. It's also about Fred too. So he's on. So
Damn, killer. It's so good.
Chilling mystery surrounding Summer Wales' disappearance. Few details are as unsettling as the conflicting statements from Fred Hill and Andy Bernard.
okay, so now he's saying there's conflicting statements from you, Fred. So we'll see what this. Where's my comments? So I can't see my comments. I hopefully Fred comes back here in a second so I can get him to answer the questions or these conflicting statements that he wants to say are conflicting. So hold on, let me tell Fred he needs to come back here for this one. Fred. 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 Will you come back here? Oh, will you come back here in a second? Okay. That's right. I forgot. Guys, I'm stupid. I forgot he was going to go put the laundry in the dryer for me because I'm doing laundry. And oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. So here, I'll just delay just a second. I just wanted him to hear so we could hear the supposed conflicting statements or the supposed things that Fred said that are, I don't know. Let's see.
Two figures whose stories sharply diverge on a crucial point. Fred Hill, with unshakable certainty, claims he saw Andy Bernard on Ben Hill Road on June 15th. The very day Summer vanished. What makes this assertion even more haunting is Fred's vivid description of what he saw that day, man. Events that linger like a dark shadow over the investigation. Fred recounts being on Ben Hill when a dark blue truck drove past him and parked, seemingly waiting for something. As he stood by, Fred said he then saw Andy Bernard drive by. He recalls having to pull over to the side of the narrow road to let Andy pass. According to Fred, Andy then met up with said truck. And shortly after both vehicles turned around and they left together, disappearing down the road together. Fred's memory of that encounter is clear. And he's passionate in his insistence that it happened on June 15th, the day Summer went missing. Andy Bernard, however, tells a very different story. One that directly contradicts Fred's account. Andy insists he wasn't on Ben Hill at all.
Okay, so okay, I see where this is going. Yeah, this is one of the biggest. At first, I thought this was going to be like calling out like all the things. Like I took it wrong, so that's my bad. But this is cool because, huh?
I didn't watch that myself.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna.
You should leave me.
Yeah, where are you going? Hold on one second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, he says his uncle died, so I'm sure he's upset about that too, and I'm sure. But I was just asking Fred if like because he was gonna go take care of something real quick, and he's listening, so he is listening. I might be able to chat, but anyways. I was asking him if there was, he said he was telling me how he had watched this already. And I said, was there anything in this video that you needed to comment on or that, you felt wasn't correct or anything like that? I'm talking about Killer Look's video that we're watching right now because Fred has already watched it. And he said, no, it was pretty much like, he said his information all seemed correct. From what I saw, so from what he could remember. So I was just asking before he left to see if there was anything he wanted me to tell you guys. What did Valerie say? They only had 2 cars. How come Andy don't remember what car he drove that day? I watched Jodie Sue last night today for time in a while. She was a true Chachi pimpin' talking about all the cases. Oh, poor Jodie Sue. I think it's pretty messed up that I do feel like they're taking their anger out on us right now with whatever happened with their uncle, and I am very sorry to hear that because I don't know anything about the guy. I actually have not talked really said that much about him, especially not until very, very recently. He was never even really mentioned until Andy started talking about his uncle, visiting his uncle or whatever, and then people started looking into that. White HHR, yeah, that's another thing. Fred really believes that white HHR is super important. He can't stop talking about it. I hear about it 24/7. Okay, not 24/7, but a lot. He just really feels that it just bugs him, that white HHR that was sitting there for so many days there. You thought it was a neighbor that passed? I don't know. If it'd be pretty shitty if if it's not true. And they're just saying that, but has he been a suspect? How can you giggle like a little girl when I don't know what you mean, Tic Tac. Has he been a suspect? Who's that? Have you tried hypnosis? But that would be a really good thing, Valerie. If we could get like a hypnotherapist to like an expert to hypnotize you, and see if you could remember like more details about that day. That'd be really cool. He'd be down. Like that'd be really cool.
I'd be willing to do anything to get some of her justice she
Yeah.
deserves.
Yeah. But I don't know, Tic Tac, if you're talking about me, but I can't. I have to.
Andy's one that brought John in the scene when he said he went to John's and stuff and brought Jackie Dobbs in the scene and all that.
Yeah.
He's one that put in plenty of John in the scenes.
Yeah, so.
Himself.
Hey, Blue Eyes. Was Andy ever a suspect? Well, really, nobody's ever been labeled a suspect, really, like, except everybody is suspect. That's what law enforcement said. Everybody's a suspect. We've never got a specific suspect or person of interest. People just label certain people as suspects because they come up a lot, like Andy and Fred. So they come up a lot, and Jisoo, so people like, and they're in their theory, so they label them that way. And I mean, law enforcement says that everybody's a suspect, so I guess whatever. It's
well, they do that too to preserve certain things in the case.
Yeah, I wish they would give us something, guys, but they, everybody, we're just as frustrated. Like, we're gonna be even. I know you guys are frustrated, and we are too. Like, oh my God. How do you think it is being Fred, He's in the same position as Andy,
well,
but
it don't really bother me that bad because I know I've not got nothing in it,
Yeah, and that's
when you've not got nothing to worry about. I mean, when it does go down.
Yeah, so I mean, if they really if you were really somebody,
it makes you wonder why he's so worried, though.
I know.
What makes me wonder what he's hiding to be so worried about everything.
Do you think it would have been better if he would have just been honest from the beginning and said he was on the road? Like, if allegedly,
just like a while ago, he was trying to implant that was Chad's truck. Chad was in way after Andy was in, and they weren't in the same truck that followed Andy out. That evening. Chad was on camera as well.
It's interesting though that he said that it was Chad's truck.
Yeah. But Chad's is a Ford truck.
That's pretty funny.
Extended cab Ford truck. With silver streak.
Pretty funny.
Big silver streak down the side.
Good one. Good one, Andy.
And total different shade of blue too.
Yeah. See, Andy knows that Chad Arnold drives a blue truck.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows that Chad Arnold was on the road that day that Summer went missing.
Mm-hmm.
And so now Andy wants to say the blue truck was Chad Arnold. No, Fred knows Chad Arnold's truck very well. He would know if it was Chad Arnold's blue truck. It's not.
I mean, this was a Chevrolet truck, a smaller truck.
So no.
Notice Andy said a big truck. I never said whether it was a big truck or a small truck. I just said a dark blue Chevy truck, single cab. I said that for a reason, to try to see who said something about it being a small truck or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or a big truck.
Yeah, I need to watch what I say. I sometimes I don't repeat things exactly correct, and that's a problem too. And for you, it's better for it to come from you because it comes from your memory, and I don't know. Your memory is much sharper than mine.
But the blue truck I'm talking about is a smaller truck like Dawn's truck.
Is it? You said it's dark blue. Is it dark blue, like almost black? Didn't it? Isn't that what you said?
Almost black. It was a dark blue.
And that's not the one that had the out of state tags.
I don't know. The tagging that was on camera. That's one of them that was.
Yeah, and it was so tinted you can't make out anything. Allegedly.
And the windows was tinted so dark you couldn't see in other than through the windshield.
And you're gonna recognize, regular trucks. You're gonna see the normal people. You know what I mean?
It hadn't been the vehicle that I'd ever seen in a hall.
Yeah, so you're gonna pay attention to that because you're gonna be like, "That's a weird truck,"
Because when you when I was doing drugs, you pay attention to every vehicle, everything, because you're trying to watch your ass. You pay attention to a lot more than you would if you just not doing nothing.
Right.
You pay attention to every vehicle, all your surroundings all the time.
And you are very observant, but just like yesterday though, like compare me to you, like how observant, how you were sitting in the living room, or I don't know, it was earlier or something. I walked right past you and I didn't even see you. Mm-hmm. That's me. I'm just floating through life, but Fred, he notices things and he remembers very well. Fred doesn't think Chad is involved.
I don't think so.
No, he doesn't think so. That's hard for him to believe. That would be that would be devastating to learn that, but I think for Fred, he doesn't seem to have any type of history or any type of reason to think why he would be involved.
I've never seen Chad act any way or nothing.
Yeah. And Fred's told me,
like, a predator way or anything like that, no.
Yeah, and Fred's told me, about, which people around there and stuff, even the ones that bought drugs off him and stuff, which ones, he thought, that there was possible stories about them, them being into weird things and stuff like that. There's rumors and stuff. So, yeah. That's why it's for law enforcement. That's why it's, of course, Fred would be a type person that they're going to use. And that's why Judy Sue says Fred's different than the rest of them. That's exactly why she says that. And I thought that was hilarious that she said that because she singled you out because it's funny. Because it's true. There's a huge group of them into some things. I don't know, which exact ones. I can't say for sure, what's going on. But there is some weird fucking shit going on. Fred is correct. It's a different life when drugs are involved. Like Jackie Dobbs looking. Oh wait, JD. Like JD looking all around her when she was in parking lots. JD. Certain behaviors, people lose that after being off them for years. Oh, Juicy looking around her when she was in parking lots, etc. Certain behaviors people lose after. Yeah, and I knew Fred during both periods of his life, when he was using and when he wasn't using. And I don't know. He is like a kind of like a quiet person. But I mean, he's much more talkative now, but I don't know if that's just because we know each other more. I don't know. I don't notice that much of a difference, honestly, except just talking better and typing better, like spelling better and stuff, and stuff like that. Yeah. Speaking a little bit better and stuff, I think. I didn't notice any type of like weird when he mentioned the monkeys, like I've always said, I thought at first it like freaked me out because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, oh no, he is hallucinating. I thought at first I was like, oh my god, he is hallucinating.
They see tree monkeys, they see all kinds of stuff.
I know, a lot of people, there are, but you guys, like, it's not like that for everybody who gets on meth. It's not, like, it's only like that for, I don't know what it is, but it's just has to do with some people's brains, like,
some people do one hit and they're
just like certain alcoholics, those alcoholics, like, where the ones that get up and they have to have alcohol in the morning, like, I don't know. For some people, like, certain drugs hits them a certain way, and for meth, like, it's different for different people. Like, Fred is ADHD in his own way. I mean, just not talkative. He's just very kind of gets bored easily, I guess. I don't know. Always. I don't know. So I think for him, it just helped calm his mind down because his mind's always running. Yeah, for you.
It slowed my mind down.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It slowed your mind down. Yeah. And for others,
I could sleep on it or whatever. Most people can't. I do it.
Yeah. For a lot of people, it will keep them up for days and they'll hallucinate. But for Fred, like he said, he slept on it. So usually the main reason why people hallucinate is from staying up for days and also from it being from, like, crappy, like, ingredients and stuff. Different kinds, like, can make you, like, give a different kind of. Oh, they said proud of you, Fred. Yeah, I am so proud of him too.
I mean, I could walk in a grocery store and just see what people's buying and tell you who does dope.
Yeah, I've learned from him that people who do meth, like, or that are bad on meth, they eat a lot of popsicles.
Well, not really that. They eat the same foods, most of them.
They eat the same foods, like.
Yeah, the same types of foods.
Like what? Like popsicles or.
Yeah, they eat a lot of cereals. It's hard for me to explain.
TV dinners. Easy food.
No.
I don't know.
It's just hard to explain.
Yeah. Anyways. Summer's case helped Fred get sober. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I hate to hear Rhonda has.
She's actually saved quite a few people. I mean, other not just.
Yeah.
Other children and stuff. I mean, it's opened eyes on many different cases and
saved a lot of lives, not just Fred's. Her brothers. She saved her brothers' lives. She brought me and Fred together. She brought us Athena. A lot. She's affected my life, like, immensely. That's why I feel so invested now at this point. I mean, I can't help it. Andy, I don't know how he doesn't understand. I think Fred understands why people would look into them. I think in a way. But, you know, when people start putting out just outrageous lies about them, though, that's what is ridiculous. That's when it gets just, you know, I don't know. Like when they do it on purpose, you know, just to try to make you look bad. It's like, just look into the things that are true. Like there's things that, yeah, that he recognizes that aren't very good at that.
I mean, just like when the case first started and stuff, I mean, I was led to believe a lot different than I believe now and stuff, you know, from what I found out through other places and people I've talked to that knows Don and them and
So at first, like you didn't realize how.
at first I figured it was actually a cover up. I really did.
Oh, at first you didn't realize the type of people that Don. You didn't really know Don and Candace well enough to really.
As the case goes on, certain things that's coming out lines up with stuff that was happening at the first. That
He did. You did think it was like an accident cover up, like where she drowned or something at first. Something at the, you kept thinking at the water hole, the water hole.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all. No.
You don't believe that at all now? What do you think? Or do you want to even say?
I don't know how much I should put out there. Some people may have heart attacks. But I don't know what I really can put out there through the that I turned into law enforcement and DBI. I mean, I don't really want. I'm grateful too much.
He doesn't want to give anybody a heart attack. I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny, but it's not funny that the man passed away. I felt bad laughing at the same time because I'm like, a man supposedly has passed away. I haven't seen any proof of that, but it's what we're making fun of or laughing about is the fact that they want to blame Fred for it. So that's what we're laughing about. Yeah, the shade the neighbor has thrown for years. But see, at first she wasn't like that. She wasn't like that until, because I didn't start talking. Go look at Jody Sue first, year Summer went missing. You won't hear her say a bad thing about Fred at all. Nothing. And you'll see her defend him, and you'll even hear her be like, oh, poor Fred, and stuff like that. Back before, because I didn't start talking to Fred very first time that I put anything out was.
See, she was one that tried to get you to think I was a jokester and pranks and all that right off the rip, you know.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, that was though January of 2022. I think I went down there I think it was January 11th, 2022, actually, around that time when we first met. So if you go look before then, nobody's heard of Fred Hill, except, on people on, or nobody's heard Fred Hill, actually talk or heard from Fred Hill at all. And you don't hear her say a thing bad about Fred. When I put out that information, that kind of changed things. But it really changed things once I started getting even closer to Fred and Laura. The closer, I don't know, she just got weird.
I mean, just like Jody wants to talk to everybody and stuff. Why did she run from Laura less than a month? Well, right at a month ago when Laura was hollering at her wanting to discuss something that she was running her mouth about, you know? Why didn't she want to discuss it again?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about that, guys. Oh my God! I forgot to tell you about that. Laura and Jody Sue had a run they ran into each other like a month ago. Where was it? Zoomers?
No, it was at the Shell station.
At Shell station.
Next to where she was trying to say that she had me on video in that van.
Next to that station that Jody Sue was trying to say she had Fred on video and shit. So the Shell station, Laura and Jody Sue ran into each other and Jody Sue Laura had just heard Jody Sue talking shit about her on YouTube. Right? I think that's, and Laura goes, hey, was hollering like towards Jody Sue, right? Yeah. Like, hey, like Jody Sue. And, she ran. That bitch ran.
Of course, she was cussing her and stuff too.
Who was cussing her? Laura was cussing her, but like because you act all big and bad on YouTube, but
that's because
Laura's like 100 pounds, probably.
She
120.
Put that video out trying to say that was me following around in that silver van, that priceless and stuff, and this and that. And then she tried to implicate if it wasn't me, it had to be Laura. So I just sent a clip to Laura, and then Laura ran into her like within a few hours of that.
Oh yeah, that's when that's around the time when Jody Sue had been trying to say that it was Laura driving that silver van that she tried to say was stalking her. Oh gosh, she said that a lot before the first visual. I have the videos. It made no sense. It was like she said she could talk about Andy, but no one else could. Yep. Okay, I have to pee, so I will play this for a second here.
Just most of them down in there, they want to run that mouth and stuff, behind the screen and stuff, but when you meet them out somewhere, they ain't got nothing to say or avoid you at all costs, just like Andy that day, that me standing in the road with a lawnmower and he passed me,
Yeah.
Just like Dawn, like 3 days after that, come up to her and did stop in the road and wouldn't even pass me on the main road and back all the way up and go out a different road. But they want to say something, call me out on YouTube, but they can't say nothing when I'm standing there.
Oh, that's so funny, guys. Oh, I think of both. They're both like the lion on the Wizard of Oz.
Me and Andy and Don and them, we all need to get together and do this and this and this and this. Speak on it. Well, why did you all avoid me when I was right there?
Yeah.
Completely. Just like the first day I seen Jody Sue when I come back to Kingsport. Done that sacred look. Look like she's seen a fucking ghost. And then that's when she started saying, oh, I was stalking her. And I ain't been by her house but 2 times before me and you went by her house that last time.
Yeah, we don't just go by her house like for just to go by her house. No, like really. We don't have any reason to at this point. Like she has nothing interesting going on.
10 miles out of my way to go to the store.
Yeah, he's not going to make a big freaking detour though, just to avoid like where you're camping at, whatever driveway you're camping at. Sorry. I don't want to do that to him, Kathy. You know how he is. You can't put him on the spot like that. If you talk with him in a conversation, it makes it more comfortable for him than just putting him on the spot and leaving him there. Be like, oh, hey, just answer people's questions. Yeah, we have to move slow, a little bit at a time. Maybe eventually he'll get there. You never know. Maybe he will. Maybe he's just a little gun shy. Maybe he's the next big YouTuber. I couldn't see it. Oh my gosh. I could not. All right. Yeah, I kept quiet. All right, guys. You can't reach out and touch them. Yeah. I just think it's really like, I don't know. I don't know why Andy is being so like, I don't know. Anyways, here we go.
That day. He says he was at work, nowhere near the scene where and when someone disappeared. He does acknowledge being on Ben Hill, but he claims it was on the 14th, the day before someone went missing. They party. According to Andy, there's no way Fred could have seen him down June 15th because he simply wasn't there. Both men are adamant in their stories, each passionately defending their version of the events that day, making it all the more unnerving, to say the least. All happened one time. Brother School. What deepens the intrigue and the suspicion is Fred's additional claim to Andy's movements that they should be easy to verify. It says Andy could be seen on surveillance cameras driving up and down the fucking road, which would directly contradict Andy's alibi of being at work. If Fred is telling the truth, the footage could provide a crucial breakthrough in understanding what really happened on that fateful day. If Andy is right, Fred's version raises even more troubling questions. Why would Fred fabricate such a detailed account, and motive could he possibly have to do so and go so hard to end it at the scene? The significance of these conflicting statements cannot be overstated. In a case with
I like how he's like,
And Andy was also on camera at Zimmer's at 5:30 something on the 15th to get gas.
yeah. Fred just wanted to add that in too, just real quick. He's like, Andy was on camera too at 5:30 at Zoomers, getting gas. Oh, geez. Don't be mad at the messenger, Andy. If you, I don't know. Okay. Anyways, I was gonna say something, but I was about to compliment something that he was doing.
That thing's strange too with Andy and Jody Sue's texts that day. They stopped around 2:30 something and didn't text back until about 5 something to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why was a big time difference up there? No communication period.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Went on every day before then, consistent texting between them all day long.
Yeah, see, if Killer Looks wants us to do this, we'll do this. I'll go review his videos and stuff like normal. And I don't care about people saying, it's not about like, oh, it has to be any type of echo chamber or anything. Fred wants to answer questions and stuff, serious questions. So not like, I don't know, just, trying to be passive aggressive and stuff.
A lot of them want to come at me like, what did I do with Summer? I didn't do nothing with Summer. Because, you want the truth? That's the truth.
I mean,
that's the way they want to come at me, though. A lot of them.
Yeah, it's just because they're just trying to be, a lot of them just trying to be assholes. A lot of them just don't, a lot of them, honestly, unfortunately, just don't like me. So they don't like, so suddenly they don't like you. I mean, there are a few people who don't like me now.
To ask, I mean, I'll answer any of them they want me to.
There are a few that don't like me now that, because I'm with you, but it is, I mean, it is what it is. Like,
I mean, I answer a lot through Facebook and Messenger and stuff for people and stuff that once it comes at me and wants to throw this, what did I do this summer or whatever, you know, I'm not going to answer nothing for you because I ain't had nothing to do with it, you know. So, I mean,
right. Yeah.
I can't answer that question because,
right.
You know.
I mean, but yeah. If you ask him, did he have something to do with Summer's disappearance? That's different. Or something he could actually answer. But what was I was trying to think what else. You won't friend me on Facebook. Yeah, well. I don't know if you're talking about Fred or me, but Fred's not big on Facebook at all. Anyways, like at all. Doesn't really even.
I ain't got a friend for them to ask me a question.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't got to friend people for you.
Yeah, you can still ask a question
to answer or whatnot.
Yeah. And
there's lots of people I don't friend. I was getting over 120 friend requests a day for a long time.
And the thing is, then they use it as like some kind of weird way to, I don't know. These people, I don't know. Yeah. I just wish that all I can say for the people who don't like me now because I'm with Fred, all I can say is, then they just don't really trust me as a person then, because if you really liked me and trust that I do the right thing, then I obviously would never be in a relationship with anybody that could harm a child. So, do with that you want. I mean, you know what I mean? That's how confident I am. So that's all I have to say. Sue says, I want to know, Fred, do you think Dawn and Candace know where Summer is?
Absolutely 100%.
Yeah. He said absolutely 100%. You think, but maybe they don't know where she is.
Well, they know what happened to her. They may not know exactly where she's at now, but they know exactly what happened to her.
Especially Dawn. And that's weird, too, because law enforcement was within 24 hours, right? They were telling you, trying to get you to record Dawn. They mainly wanted him to focus on Dawn of everybody, and this is within the first 24 hours that they're wanting Fred to record.
8 hours.
Within the first 8 hours? Okay, within the first 8 hours, they come to Fred with some kind of recording device, asking him to record, try to get as much information, especially focused on the dad, right?
Yeah, focus on Dawn.
Dawn.
If he may owe the drug debt or whatnot.
They were wondering, they wanted Fred to see if Dawn owed a drug debt. And this was within 8 hours of
before 8 hours, really.
Yeah, this is like
shortly after
Summer went missing, he's saying. And it was even like not even 8 hours. So it was just, but anyways, their theory is already Don Wells, even though Don Wells is supposedly at work, right? And Candace, they're not thinking Candace did something. They're thinking for some reason Don Wells, even though Candace and Grandis are the last two with her. So that's just very telling. I mean, that's why I'm telling you this. That's just how, if you believe Fred and that he spoke with law enforcement and, then.
I know the boys and Dawn was together early that morning.
Yeah, because
I seen them at the bottom of their driveway coming off their driveway. But I don't know if he went to work with the boys or just went out with the boys a little bit and come back or whatnot. But I feel like he just went back to work late that evening just for try to get an alibi.
Yeah.
But I do know Dawn was home when the first two officers arrived on the 15th. Which Andy stated him and Don come in at the same time, so that means Andy had to be home at the same time. The law enforcement, while they the first two was on scene.
Yeah, and that was not till like 7 though, right?
I'm not really for sure.
But yet Andy was on Zoomers on camera at 5:30, right? It was around 5:30.
20 minutes to get from Zoomers to home.
And it was definitely around 5:30 at Zoomers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they went for the food.
All right, so let's keep going here and see what's said.
Most of the suspects' stories line up almost too perfect. The sharp divergence stands out like a neon sign, flashing a warning of something critical lies hid beneath the very surface. Precision of Fred's account. Dark blue truck. The need to pull over. The eerie meeting on the road piece of scene feels too specific to be dismissed as a coincidence. I'm a little confused. The Andy's passionate denial. His firm stance that Fred is either mistaken or lying forces a chilling question. I know it's ready.
Who's telling the truth?
Who's telling the truth?
Thank you.
What are they hiding?
He should be saying probably thank you.
An investigation where every detail matters, the single contradiction comes to cracking the otherwise scripted narrative. Break that can lead to unraveling all the truths. Investigators would be wise to probe deeper into both men's stories, verify the surveillance footage Fred is referring to. I really had. And revisit Andy's alibi. I don't know they have. Was Andy really at work that day? Was Fred's description of meeting on Ben Hill Road a glimpse into something far darker than anybody?
So one thing that people got to remember is when the footage first happened. Okay, Fred didn't start talking. Okay, so how should I put this? Obviously, law enforcement was interested in the video footage that you had. But you didn't even talk to anybody on YouTube or anything, nothing about to anybody until I didn't even meet you till January of 2022. So this is like, how many months after, 7 months after Summer went missing? And that footage is going to be where? Just like stored in the cloud somewhere, right? Or what? Like how do you get?
You talking about like at Summer's footage?
No, the footage of him on the road.
Oh, it's in their evidence.
But did they give you But they gave you part of the cards back, or
They took copies of the cards, and they even printed out every photo on each card.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had printouts asking people to identify this person, and who's in this vehicle, what vehicles is, whose vehicles is.
I'm saying, where's your copy, though? Do you know? That's where what people want to ask is like, where's?
They was in computers at the camper when I went to jail. So who went in the camper and stuff and stole the computers and all that is got to. Which most likely would be my sister, Karen. One that's buddied up with Andy.
Huh. Wouldn't that be freaking?
And she's probably blackmailing him, probably trying to get money out of him. Him.
Probably.
Well, the truth's the truth. I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah. That's the type of person she is, but you know, when you dance with the devil, that's what you know what I mean? And they're buddying up together. We're talking about Fred's sister and Andy. So law enforcement has a copy. So basically, when Fred went to jail, that just makes sense. He was in jail. Nobody ever asked to see the footage. Nobody ever asked Fred to get the footage. It's a problem, okay? By the time that anybody asks for Fred the footage or wants to see this, he's in jail is the problem. Then he's never was back until the first time was March of this year or something. Yeah.
That was the first time I was able to go back.
Yeah. Like he wasn't able to go back to that camper until 9 months after.
And they destroyed everything.
And he said everything's destroyed. Like Fred, you guys would never believe Fred is a very, very tidy person from looking at that camper. Like he is extremely meticulous about cleanliness and stuff like that. So, which is shocking, because you see when we've seen this supposed camper, it was all torn up and
they went in there and looking for money and drugs. What they done first.
Yeah, and that area was more of you guys got to understand too, like we've mentioned, there's no trash service too for miles and miles. So you're not really allowed to bring your trash, but people really do. But it takes the next closest place is 15 miles, closest legal site. So you were told that squatters, supposedly squatters were in there. That's what his own sister said. And I'm sure, there was people that was trying to rob.
I feel like she just went in there and was looking for the money and stuff, knowing I had some money put back and stuff, just like the $27,000 cash she got out from that car and stuff. Just trying to find other money. And then you two put me out there or Don did, I was sitting on mountains of dope.
Yeah. And you were, and people were starting
to jail. That first thing people's going to do is run in and try to take and find you shit. They think we're going to hit the mother load, which some did. Somebody did.
Mm-hmm.
On money.
So, yeah. Scrumptious. Why doesn't Andy take his concerns to Ronnie Lawson? I don't know. Like, people say things to Fred, like, why doesn't he do this? It's like he doesn't care. And I guess I'm more passionate about finding the truth. Like, yeah, he's trying to find the truth for Summer Wells. It's for Summer Wells. It's not for himself. For me, I think mine's probably more for, I don't know. It's probably more, so it probably is more for Fred at this point. I don't know. Probably both now. Because
Summer's a victim. I mean, she's one that needs to.
That's true. Summer is the victim. But I look at you as like, to me, I look at you as a witness. You know, that's what I look at Fred as. But I understand Fred looking differently.
I mean, every bit of the information I've turned into law enforcement and stuff in this case, they make you sign a piece of paper to testify in court that it's what you're turning in is legit, you know.
Yeah.
And that you will stand in court and testify to it.
Yeah. So, problem is, like, we don't know who got those computers that were at the camper when you went to jail.
I don't know who got them.
And who got where these SIM cards or whatever they were. SD cards. Mm-hmm. Wherever they are. Like, you know, who knows where they are at this point. They weren't at the camper when he had finally been able to get there that he could see.
But everything was dead gone when I got there.
Yeah, everything. But there was some things that were still there that was shocking. You know, that were still there of value, but pretty much, like, the few things, like the TV was there for a short time.
Like expensive jewelry and stuff like that, and certain coins and stuff. And, I mean,
yeah, it definitely had been filtered through.
Somebody going in, trying to make $1 or whatever off of whatever's laying there, they would have took it instead of going in and just looking for big amounts of money and stuff. Trust me, they dug in everything. Walls, floors, ceilings, anything that bedpost.
I know, Lady May. I wish they would. Trust and believe, I wish they would.
I mean, they weren't looking for nothing about Summer or nothing. They was in there, you know. They went in there to try to find this or find that. There wasn't nothing there to find. Other than looking for money and dope.
Yeah, well, we know who was doing it, so. All right, let's keep going here in this video.
I mean, they sold my big guy.
Had him mad. Passion with which both men cling to their stories raises.
Ah, shit.
State, and it suggests that neither is willing to budge. That's a data point by itself. I know when we hold to that car, goddamn, these shoes are already hard enough to understand.
I wish freaking law enforcement would take this sighting, like, more seriously. You know what I mean? Look into, you know, like, they need to start getting, like, pressuring people. You guys, we are just as frustrated as you. You would think, like, why aren't they pressuring? If they, you would think that they hear this stuff going on YouTube, and you would think they hear the debate between whether Andy was on the road or not. Why aren't they trying to, like, look into that more? Why is that not a thing?
See, it makes you wonder how much information that Hawkins County's turned into the TBI and stuff too. Because just like when they did my phone and stuff, they wouldn't even let it go onto Pruitt's desk because they said a lot of information that was going to Pruitt's desk wasn't being turned into TBI. That's why they overrode Pruitt when I took and had my phone dipped and stuff and sent straight to the headquarters.
Oops.
They even spoke about that.
Oh my God.
Hawkins County messed the case up when within a weekend too, or less than a week, really.
They were so that the Hawkins County messed
When
up
they bought that alcohol and stuff, had them.
Oh my!
Them two officers bought that alcohol on the last day I reported. They
Yeah.
tried to get me to take it to John and Candace, and I wasn't. And they took it.
Yeah, law enforcement tried to get.
I went in to record.
Law enforcement tried to get Fred to take them alcohol.
But
yeah, this is.
Two officers did purchase alcohol and hand it to Don and Candace 45 minutes before I recorded the last day.
Yeah, and a couple officers did get them alcohol and they got in trouble.
That's why certain officers wasn't allowed back on round.
Yeah, let's not mention them, but certain officers weren't allowed to come back to.
And that's some of the gag order that went in effect.
Yeah, Fred believes that's why about something the gag order because there's a big issue with that alcohol that was purchased. That's where they screwed up big time because they purchased alcohol for the Wells and I guess that screwed a lot of fucking shit up.
They thought if they got them high that they just lips get loose, I guess.
So now I wonder if that fucking like
I'm sure it hurt the case a lot.
Yeah, I mean, but you would think that would only discredit that would just be the first night, right? Though, right?
Huh?
That was just the first night, though, wasn't it? When they bought the alcohol?
No, that wasn't the first night. That was on. I think it was the 18th. Either the 17th or 18th when they purchased the alcohol.
17th or 18th. So one of the days you were still recording.
I think it's 17th.
What did you say to them when they asked you to take alcohol to them? You told me you didn't want to?
Mm-hmm. They act like it wouldn't be no problem for them to do it, and that's what they done. They told me to give them about 45 minutes before I went down there to record for them. That they's going straight from my place to down there to...
Yeah, because that would be weird for you to bring them alcohol anyways. Yeah. That's just not something you would do, yeah. So that's why you didn't want to do it. That would be weird.
Low profile as I could while I was doing it.
Yeah. So that wouldn't have been a really good idea for you to bring the alcohol anyways, even if that would...
Because they've never got nothing off. I've never given nothing anyway, Don and Candace.
Yeah, I mean, they never got dope off you or anything, did they? Or,
no.
Except maybe, like, never, not even like a...
No.
I thought maybe, like, a pill or something. No. I don't know.
I didn't even know they done pills or nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they was into meth until law enforcement brought it up, that they found a lot of paraphernalia, meth paraphernalia and stuff down there. And I was like, that's the first I know of them be doing any of it,
That's what's so weird about that video with that sounds like cotton in the background and it sounds like somebody making meth or something. Like, yeah, it's edited or something. I don't know what that is, but that's weird. Were they cooking up there on 110? If that was made at 110, I mean, if that audio was really made at 110. Like, it sounds like they're freaking making meth in that recording.
That's the way it sounds to me, what they was talking about.
Whoever that is, I mean, we don't know. Fred just, to me too, it does sound like, I think it sounds like Cotton, but in my opinion, and Fred just said in his opinion, he thought it sounded like him too. I mean, that's just, we can't say for certain that's him, but, and I don't know where that video came from.
I believe all that was Eddie's, though. I believe the video was still to Don Wells and him, but all that other was us added in.
Well, if it was taken at Don Wells, if the audio was taken at Don Wells, then that means they were made.
If it was, yes, it's doing something.
Yeah. Anyways.
But the tree trimmers had been in there for all that week beforehand, too, with the choppers and cutting and stuff.
Yeah, the tree trimmers hadn't just came in on the 15th. They had been there for a while.
That was one of their last days there. They'd been there for over a week at that time.
So the tree trimmers had been there for over a week when Summer went missing. That was like one of the last days that the tree trimmers were there. So, yeah.
They ended up staying a couple,
yeah, I think they were there one more day, weren't they?
They ended up because of, what happened with Summer, so it delayed a lot of their access and stuff, and it was going to be their last day there.
It was going to be their last day, is what Fred thinks, and that then it got extended because of Summer Wells going missing.
Things longer because of access in and out and movement.
Yeah, her going missing kind of delayed their progress. So, yeah, it had to extend things. When Evil Enter said, same person in the background on the swing video, just enhanced the audio. Oh, really? The swing video. That's creepy. Well, Has Fred heard the phone call between Ernie and Candace and her puking and gagging? I don't think so.
I don't listen to all of it.
No.
He's only. I listen to anything but something about somebody sends me or something and asks me to listen at it or something. But
yeah.
I try not to listen to most of it because there's so much bullshit going on and in the case and stuff. People trying to mislead people and stuff. I'd rather not even listen to it.
Yeah. It's hard to listen to when he's lived there, and he knows certain things to be truth. I mean, it's hard for him to sit there and hear things to be like people, especially when his name's going to come up, and it's I don't know.
I mean, just like the vice lords and all that shit. I didn't learn a lot of that till later way in the case.
Yeah, he didn't have any idea that if any vice lords back there. He thought that was hilarious to even think that there would be vice lords back there. He was like, "There's no vice lords in Peach Creek." Like seriously, that's how he was. He thought it was funny.
Area, but they're not no high ranking.
Yeah, because I see, there's no high-ranking vice lords. Because that's what the article said. I was like, well, that's what the article said. And I had to show him. He only learned about the vice lords thing through me. And also when he was in jail on the wall where it had stuff about vice lords and stuff. That was weird. And then we have this lady of the night call. Who she is, I have no freaking clue, but she claims Playboy, this Playboy stuff, and it's like, well, Playboy Bunny is like vice lords.
What sale Don was in when he was in Hawkins?
Yeah.
What pod?
Fred just said he wants to know what cell Don was in and what pod because of the writing on the wall that was but law enforcement knows about it. They recorded it and stuff.
Yeah, it was all recorded and stuff.
And it was what cell and pod was it?
I'd rather not say. I mean, I just like for somebody to find out from Dawn, but 104 big yard.
I know.
Somebody said Little Ricky was in that cell too.
Really, that would be crazy if it was.
Somebody said both of them was at one time. Dawn and him.
Dawn was supposedly in. Somebody told you that they were in that specific cell, and Rick Crawford Jr. Have you ever heard of him being affiliated with anything like that?
I don't think Ricky Crawford had nothing to do with it.
I wouldn't think so. I don't think so either.
I mean,
I don't know what Marlena could have been helping with.
I think, I mean, really, there's a lot of things was happening this summer, I believe, that ties a lot of people together before Summer went missing.
Yeah.
And her actual disappearance was a different.
It could be different
swing to everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. There could be some people who were involved with some stuff that, like trafficking, for instance, or something to do with children. That could have had to do. Yeah. Like that's not necessarily. It wasn't necessarily. It may not be directly related to Summer's disappearance, but it still was a crime. It's hard to explain. You guys should know what we're talking about, right?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot I like to put out there, but I don't know how much I'm like to should put out there.
What he's hoping is that somebody comes and he hears what pod that is, so he can confirm. He doesn't want to put it out there because he doesn't. If somebody repeats it, then we won't know if it's legitimate or not because they could have just heard that on here. Okay. Well, let me finish this. The 1 minute clip of which one is that?
You see that?
What?
Steve.
What? That's loud.
See, all that was on the wall in that cell.
Hold on, let me see. In the name of Summerwell's Fort Henry Travel Center, Thunder Bear, correct? Yes. Yes.
See, I think
that is correct. I've said that, but I have said that in a video, but I mean, you'd have to be really paid attention, because that's something that I said a very long time ago. I did say in one video, I have talked about how the writing on the cell wall, it was something like that Fred thought looked like the Fort Henry Travel Center, right? And something about Thunder Bear. It was something about Thunder Bear and Vice Lords. And something about Summerwells.
I mean, it's hard to explain it all.
Yeah.
That whole show was.
So.
It was almost like a painted picture of everything. Run down at the events.
So yeah, they came and took pictures and stuff.
It's no longer there now. come in and painted it once they done videos of it and stuff.
Okay. I guess we could switch over here real quick because When Evil Enter wanted us to hear this real quick. Come here. If Fred, will you listen? Here. So we're supposed to be listening to the man who's talking and trying to hear who that man is. Like, do you recognize the man in this is basically what we're supposed to, or what he's saying. So in this video of whatever was put up here on TikTok, When Evil Enter, this is who's posting this. I'm just describing it to you guys to better, so you better understand what we're listening to, and also so I can explain to Fred. We're listening. This is something that Candace posted on TikTok, and it's weird. You can hear in the, it's like she posted this video. It's like but you can hear some man in the background talking, and so it's some man that's there. And I think that When Evil Entered is thinking that this man in this video sounds like the same man in the video that we thought was Cotton Simpson, who was talking about, it sounded like talking about bubbling over, and it was weird. So here, let's keep listening. We'll try to hear it's hard to tell what the guy's saying or what's being said. Is that Grandis though? What language that is? Is that just math talk? Let's see what they say in the comments. Oh, you turned off the comments. Dang it. Let me hear one more time. Weird. What sounds more like Grandis to me than the other one? You know what I mean? To me, but I don't know. Does that sound like anybody? Can you tell here if that ring a bell or anything? Did that didn't sound like the same to me? I don't know. Kind of. I met Grandis, and I mean, she wasn't that talkative or anything. And And I've seen her news videos over and over. To me, that sounded more like her.
I mean, I just heard Brandon speak very few times.
Yeah.
And she always spoke faster than Candace did, when speaking, like with the words.
Sounds like Candace, you think? Yeah, Candace does.
I thought it sounded more like Candace.
You think it sounds more like Candace does have kind of a manly voice, that's
I
true.
Look at the hand, I'm trying to see when they're pushing her.
I don't know. That was weird. It sounds weird.
I mean, if that's one that's pushing her, whatever in the swing, I was looking at the hand.
Sounds like Andy?
No.
No, I don't think it's Andy. I was trying to. You see a hand? Hey, you're observant. Everyone is talking together. My guess. We need. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, let's turn it back to Killer Looks. Let's finish this here.
Okay. Neither one of them may be lying for reasons far more sinister than mere confusion, motherfuckers. And the search for a missing child and anybody who needs our motherfucking help, no matter the situation, the stakes don't get any goddamn higher. What's going on, bro? What's really going on, bro? Conflict between Fred here, Brad. Cornbread Fred, and I'm not the Andy Hunter tech. Man. Man, I just want to listen to y'all. Cornbread Fred, and not the same end. Conflict between Fred Hill and Andy Bernard isn't just another detail in the case. It could be the key to unlocking what happened in the holiday.
It is a big deal.
Ultimately.
It's a huge deal, and it's the biggest deal. That's what I'm saying in this 10-10 right now as I'm talking about this, because this is very, very important. It is a big deal in the case. Okay. But it is a big deal in the case. Because, like, that's, and I wonder, does law enforcement, like, why haven't they... That's the one thing to me, like...
That's like Hawkins County. They will not be solving from this case.
It's because Hawkins County isn't really investigating it. Probably bigger guys are.
They ain't got no say-so on this case, really. No, it's all TBI.
Well, I hope to God that they're like, I don't know. You would think that they would be pressuring certain people, but we don't know what their tactic is or game plan. Like, I don't know. We don't know. I don't understand it. You would think that they know more than us.
I love y'all. I keep entertaining Hulu and let them motherfuckers keep entertaining y'all. Till about to leave school and head to this road. something tonight. Yeah, that's what she said. Mulaney.
Okay, hold on. I was gonna go use the bathroom again because that's all I pee a lot. Well, gosh, I have been live 3 hours, so I was really craving something sweet. But here, speaking of Vice Lords, this guy sounds very, very interesting. This is a guy who has ties, who got pulled over in Rogersville, of all areas, Hawkins County. And guess what? He got in trouble with. This dude had a history of sex trafficking, and he had warrants out of Knox County for several types of sex crimes. Knox County, Knoxville, guys, Knoxville ties. This guy was out over in Rogersville area. Really sounds familiar. His age, this guy is right about 50 years old or so. I think he actually just passed away like a year ago. But not a good dude. He's had a lot of women come out claiming that he was their pimp. I don't know. Sounds a lot like the Lady of the Night story to me. This guy named Marcus Washington is now, I believe, not alive, but I'm very interested in finding out if he has ties to the Vice Lords. He has ties to the Vice Lords, history of sex trafficking. He was arrested in Rogersville, of all freaking places. A man confirmed to be a member of the Vice Lords gang was arrested with multiple guns and drugs in Rogersville after driving into a ditch on Saturday, September 26th. This is in 2020, okay? So this is almost, not quite a year before Summer went missing, but 10 months or so. This is according to a report from the Rogersville Police Department. An officer saw a vehicle that had gone through the intersection of Clint Street and Hassan Street into the grass and stopping in a ditch. The report says the officer saw the driver asleep behind the wheel with the engine still running and the car still in drive. A syringe was also seen under the man's leg, according to the report. When the officer woke the man up, he identified himself as Marcus Washington. He reportedly began trying to put the syringe in his pocket. Washington said he had become sleepy and must have fallen asleep while driving. Officers report he was having difficulty speaking with them and was not aware of where he was. Rogersville Police Department reports that a check through the NCIC found Washington had 2 active arrest warrants issued by Knox County and the United States Marshal Service. The warrant from Knox County was for violation of the sex offender registry requirements. It says NCIC was also reportedly included information that Washington was considered armed and dangerous with violent tendencies. Washington was taken into custody and told that an inventory of the vehicle would be conducted before it was towed. Washington told officers that there was nothing illegal in the car prior to the search. while searching the vehicle, officers found the following: a marijuana grinder, syringes, plastic bags, cut straw, butane lighter, bottle caps, 209 unknown narcotics. These freaking crazy, like a Russian American Saiga 12 semi-automatic, a 12 gauge shotgun, a black shotgun magazine containing 5 12 gauge rounds, a silver Bryco Arms 38 caliber semi-automatic pistol, a black Army Tanfoglio, I don't know, 25 caliber semi-automatic pistol. Both pistols reportedly contain a magazine in the gun with 1 round in each, but neither pistol had a chambered round. The report says a criminal history on Washington conducted and found he was a convicted felon with the following previous charges: kidnapping, human sex trafficking charges, possession of firearms, possession of dangerous drugs. Rogersville Police Department reports Washington amazed those charges in the years between 1997 and 2015. The report reads, Marcus Washington has also been confirmed to be an affiliate member of the Vice Lords gang. He was charged by Rogersville Police Department on 3 counts of felon in possession of firearm, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of a Schedule 3 drug. Washington was transported to the Hawkins County Jail. Dude had he's had warrants out of Knox County. This dude's out of Knox County. Sounds a lot like Playboy activity. I looked into this guy, guys. There's a court record where this woman took a lawsuit out against this man and alleged that, or pressed charges on him that he had trafficked her and got her addicted on oxycodone and pimped her out. I don't see nowhere calling him Playboy, but that's what I'm trying to find but this guy, I believe now, just passed away. Of course, last year. Everybody's passing away, which is freaking weird. Did he drive a blue truck? I have no idea. But he supposedly passed, and it's scary, That's why this gets scary. Because these are the type of people that could be involved. This man may have nothing to do with Summer Wells, but these are the type of people I think we're dealing with. And it's fucking scary. This guy sounds exactly like who he feels exactly the category of who fits the Playboy facade, I guess. He just fits it so well. A light-skinned man and 50s, but could pass for younger than his age. Supposedly good looking, but I guess that's up to you what you think. But come to find out, this guy in these reports, that I read, these court reports on this stuff that he would do was very, very sodomy, horrible things to these women. It was very bad. It was really sad. And it talked about a bad addiction. Yeah, he was pimping out a lot of women. There's other things if you look into this guy, and it's crazy. So there was one more. Let's see. I was really craving something sweet. We have this other one here, the Knoxville trip part 2. Oh, wait. It's not even on the screen. You guys can't even see what I'm looking at. Wow. 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 There's so much involved in this little angel's case. I don't know what to think about this, but I know that the vice lords are involved in all of this. In my opinion, yes, all of them do bad things. Hey, sunshine. I don't know. This is intense. I'll probably take a couple days away from the Summer Walls case because it's just so much. Like, you know, with like Andy's just been a lot lately, to be honest. And yeah, this is like it's really creepy when he starts talking about coming up here and visiting us. You know what I mean? I just like, I don't know. Like, it's weird.
It don't bother me none.
Yeah, he was sending messages in the chat through somebody else, like third party, because he's blocked, and he wanted us to let him in here and stuff. Just like I don't know, basically threatening that he was gonna come up here to Indiana and confront me and Fred and blah blah blah. Allegedly, I mean, this is what Carolyn was saying that Andy was saying. So, Andy, Lolly, doing the same thing to me that he did to you. Basically doing the same thing to me that he did to you, that he did to freaking Killer Looks. That's the same thing. Just trying to silence us. That's it. Oh, yeah, I saw him come in your chat. Lolly, I've talked about it 1,000,000 times, haven't I? I have. I've brought it up 1,000,000 times, like, because I thought it was freaking weird. He just did the same thing, but through a third party. Which I think is weird that he put that person in that position anyways, but... Yeah, then they try to say, supposedly, I want to see proof that it really happened. Supposedly, John Smith passed away. And Jody Sue was trying to blame that on YouTube. And she took that opportunity, of course, to use that as a way to victimize herself, okay? Of course, she just had to use that opportunity for attention for herself and start crying and blaming YouTube and Fred for John's death. Like the stress from YouTube and something with Fred just like caused him to have a heart attack. When the guy is like a recluse, isn't he? He like has no, like zero access to the internet. He's not a type to really go on the internet. And like, we're talking about seclusion, Ben Hill Road. Okay.
I've never known that John ever have an other than a house phone.
He's only had a house phone.
A landline. That's the only thing I ever know to know.
He's only ever had like a landline, is what Fred is. That's what. So he's very like old school.
That.
Yeah, he's very, very private. So, you know, he's really not came up that much. And there'd be no reason for, I mean, unless you're trying to go tell him this shit and stress him out, then that's on you.
I mean, they want to play victim, and the only victim in this case is Summer. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Fred just said it. They want to play victim, but the only victim is Summer Wells. That's the truth. Like, we even have to tell ourselves that sometimes, you know? Because there's a lot of things that I don't know. It's not really that we deal with, but it's not really like things with you, like you've had to deal with because of the Summer Wells case, you know? That's why I look at you as like a witness, because
I wouldn't change it none as long as she gets her justice she deserves, you know. I'm willing to go through the hell I'm going to and will go through in this case as long as she gets her justice she deserves.
Well, you know, for us it turns off like when we get off the internet or whatever. I mean, we talk about Summer Wells sometimes and stuff like that, but like we don't let things that rumors and stuff and
yeah, we don't let the rumors bother us. I mean,
yeah,
or I don't let it bother me.
No,
I just try to think of anything I missed. You know, what little detail did I miss?
Yeah, that's what bugs him, is he's always thinking in his mind, like, what could he have missed that day?
It ain't what other people says at all. It's just what detail, what little detail, the specific detail that I missed that day.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Judy Sue is probably she can find it in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. Yeah. Because he wouldn't have been exposed to YouTube like that for it to affect him like that, you know? So that's just such a lie. Unless you guys were bringing it to him and stressing him out with it. I mean, I could see you doing that since I don't know. I can't imagine her having much time to go talk to maybe Andy, but is he one that gossips on his free time? I don't know what he's fucking doing. It's weird. I guess hanging out in YouTube. Her paranoia and drama is so freaking suspicious, in my opinion. Yeah, and freaking Andy's the same freaking way.
I mean, they make it obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, we'll go over Killer Luke's last video tomorrow. I'm really wanting to get something like sweet. I don't know what, but something. I might have to make it, but that's okay. I don't know. I also have to, I was washing the bed and I still had to make the bed and stuff like that. Exactly, Jane Doe. Exactly. For the most part, 99%. 99% of that's exactly true for 99% of. Let's see, where is your comment? I see it on my phone, but now I can't find it in the chat or on StreamYard. I was going to pin it. It's weird. Why can't I see Jane's comment? That's strange. Anyways, I just saw it. She had said something about now I can't find it again. That sucks, dude. There was something that Jane said that I just lost and can't find again. That I wanted to respond to. Should be pretty easy. It should be in blue. For some reason, I can't see it. Anyways, people who have a problem with you being with Fred was always going to have a problem with anything you do. Yes, exactly. Thank you for retyping that. I really, really, really appreciate that. And I don't know why, and I still, for some reason, do not see it on StreamYard. That is so strange. That's weird. I am going to have to look into that. I don't know why you would be blocked on StreamYard. That's so weird. But you're right. The people, I could pin it. I could pin it to the top of the chat, but it doesn't show up over here. And I'm in live chat. I'll figure it out. That is strange. Yes, prayers for answers. Absolutely. Take a nap if paranoia will go away. Yeah, that's a good thing. Take some Xanax. Or maybe not. He might be on probation. I don't know. Don't do anything that's going to get you in trouble, Andy.
Come to Indiana if he's on probation.
Is he on probation?
If he is, I mean,
yeah.
You got to get a travel permit.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do anything freaking stupid over YouTube stuff. If you're really innocent, then who cares what people on the internet think? Seriously. I mean, the only thing that Fred says for 100% is that he saw you on the road on the 15th. So, and that's not going to change. And, there's no reason to debate it anymore because it's not going to change. You're not going to change your mind and say, oh, yeah, I was. And Fred's not going to suddenly change his mind and say, oh, maybe I was wrong. We've been there a million times. I've talked to him over and over again about it. Fred gets I mean, seriously, that's one of the questions that he gets asked all the time. Could it have been a different day? You know, could he mixed up the days? Could it have been somebody else driving? Yeah. No. It couldn't have been a different day. Could it?
No, it wasn't a different day.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's just, I mean, it is what it is. All right, guys. You don't see Jane Doe? That's so strange. Weird. I'll fix it. Oh, thank you, Blue Eyes. Thank you for being here. Valerie. Oh my gosh, I just about dropped my phone. I was seeing if I missed anything on Oh, your pup is cute, Valerie. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. I might be back on my other show, on my other channel, especially if anybody says, or if anybody's interested in a reading, just let me know in the chat, and that will motivate me to come back on Empress Siggy. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. What? Oh, all right, I'll talk to you guys later.